Good morning, beloveds. Okay, it's Friday. Friday is my turn the alarm off day, and so I don't think my brain is firing on all cylinders yet. So, that's where we are. All right. So, we have 2 sections left. We'll finish chapter 14 tomorrow. As it is, we are, so chapter 14, I'm going to remind you, physical perfection. I think I'm on part 5 now. But we are starting on 207 with no sensation in treatment. It is sometimes thought that in giving or receiving a treatment, one must experience some physical sensation. A patient sometimes says, after receiving a treatment, I felt nothing unusual during the treatment. It is not necessary that the patient should feel anything unusual. There is no particular sensation which accompanies a treatment. Neither is it necessary that the practitioner should feel anything, other than the truth of the words that they speak. When we plant a seed in the ground, we do not have a great sensation, and it is not probable that the soil has any. But the seed planted in the creative soil will, nevertheless, produce a plant. What is true on one plane is true on all. Know what you are doing just as definitely as the gardener does. It is the person who knows what they are doing who gets results. Sometimes people who are being treated, as well as the practitioner, feel a great sense of peace or elation, a vibration of light. Such a treatment, if it could be seen, might appear as light. People often do have a sense of light during a treatment, but it is not at all necessary that either the practitioner or the patient should experience any sensation out of the ordinary during a treatment. The practitioner does not work themselves up into an emotional state. While it is true that the practitioner is creative, it is also true that whatever feeling there is must be an effect and not a cause. It must be the result of a conviction. I like that Ernest put that in there, because I've heard it discussed that if you don't feel anything, that you haven't done it right. And that's not true. That's not true at all. There are days, when I do a particularly emotional treatment that I do feel, like this warm pinprickly, because it means something to me. And, but as he said, that's an effect. That is me probably getting emotionally involved. I do treatments all the time, and I would say that feeling of peace, yeah, but a lot of the time it's a treatment, it's a job, it's something that I am doing because, somebody asked me to, or I feel moved to do it, whatever, so I'm glad that he put that in there, because I've heard it discussed. If you don't feel anything, you haven't done the treatment right. And that's not true at all. I've done plenty of treatments and had no effect on the body at all. But, in the mind, I know that I've done a good job, So I'm glad he put that little section in there. All right. Next section, the medium of healing. The thing to remember is that there is just one subjective mind in the universe. Emphasis, Ernest. This is a point that people often do not realize, and because they do not, they cannot see how a person may be treated without touching them, or that a person at a distance can be helped through absent treatment. If there is but one subjective mind in the universe, and we've already learned that the meaning and nature of subjective mind, it is deductive, receptive, plastic, neutral, impersonal, and creative. It is the stuff from which all things are made. You can impress upon it a certain image of thought or a certain process of realization, and you will get a result, for it is the actor. When we speak of every thought dropped into the conscious medium, the creative medium, do we think of God's thoughts and people's thoughts as the same? We think of each as a thought, but whereas a person thinks both inductively and deductively, God thinks only deductively. God is not conscious of matter as we know it. God is conscious of form, but not of size. God is conscious of manifestation, but not of space. God is conscious of outline, but not of limitation. God is conscious in many forms, but not as division. There is a great difference between conscious and unconscious thought, for trained thought is far more powerful than untrained. If this were not true, the thoughts of the metaphysical practitioner could not neutralize those which caused their patient to be sick. Even a small amount of right thought puts to rout that which is wrong. We have learned that science of mind can deduce only. No, sorry. My brain is filling in words here. Let's try that sentence again. We have learned that subjective mind can deduce only, that it cannot of itself initiate anything. But this does not mean that it is unintelligent. We must be very careful not to labor under the delusion that because the subjective mind cannot reason, it is unintelligent, for it is infinitely more intelligent than our present state of conscious mind, but is nonetheless controlled by it. If our subjective consciousness were always clear, if it never received false impressions, the spirit would always flow to the point of objectivity, and we would never make mistakes, would never be sick, poor, or unhappy. The universe, being deductive only, cannot refuse people anything. The very force which makes us sick can heal us. The force which makes us poor can enrich us. And the power which makes us miserable can make us happy. If this were not true, there would be duality in the universe, and this is impossible. Sounds like be careful what you ask for. Back to the reading. You do not need to look for a law of health as opposed to a law of disease, for there is only one law. This gives a great sense of relief, since it means that there is no power to oppose a treatment. We are bound by our very freedom. Our free will binds us. But as free will creates the conditions which externally limit us, so it can uncreate or dissolve them. Instead of saying, here is a sick person to heal, and I shall have to work hard on this case, we should realize that there is nothing but spirit in the universe, and therefore say, I am going to conceive of this person as being spirit, and the same power which made them sick will heal them. People often say it must be a drain on one to treat so many people. I should think the practitioner's willpower would become exhausted. This is a misconception. Our reference to free will means merely the matter of self-choosing, the matter of deciding what we shall think. Willpower has nothing whatsoever to do with mental healing. That is all in caps, emphasis earnest. Willpower has nothing whatsoever to do with mental healing. Its use would imply that the practitioner exercises a personal thought force over their patient. This is a false suggestion, which is always some form of hypnotism. Knowing our oneness with God and the creative medium, law, our treatments are free from any thought of control. Remember, not my will, but thy will be done. We're not using our own willpower. We're using the creative medium, the creative law, the subjective mind, which knows no limit, no time, no space, no boundaries, nothing. So you can go back in time and do a treatment of the past. You can treat for somebody on the other side of the world. You can treat for somebody on the other side of the universe if you wanted to. All right, back to the reading. All thoughts of doubt concerning one's ability to heal come from the belief that it is the personality and not the law which does the healing. That bears repeating. That's in italics, so emphasis earners. Okay, I'm going to read it again. All thoughts of doubt concerning one's ability to heal come from the belief that it is the personality, not the law, which does the healing. Never say, I am not good enough to heal, or I do not know enough to heal. Know that you are dealing with law. It is the actor. Recognize all such arguments as some form of suggestion and refuse to let them operate through you. You can heal, but you must know that you can. The day will come, and is rapidly approaching, when the entire world will believe the truth because of the great neutralizing power which is right thought in exercising upon the race consciousness. The reason people do not get better results is that they do not understand the principle works independently. The truth demonstrates itself. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop there because there's just a couple of pages left. So it's too much to do today, and so I want to save some for tomorrow. So we're going to start on 210 with treating children. But that section is really, really, really important. It's a reminder that while you are the one doing the treatment, it's not your power. What you are doing is you are invoking the power that exists. You are speaking the truth and revealing the truth of the person who is a spiritual being. That person, yes, has a material body, but that's not the truth of that person. So when the material body isn't functioning the way we think it should, then what we're doing is it's what Amit Goswami would say, is we're going back and getting a glimpse of the blueprints. We are revealing the truth. We are revealing the spiritual truth of the person. But then a couple of sections back, he reminded us the person has to be receptive. So it's not all on the practitioner. The practitioner simply says, look, this is the truth. And Spirit says, yes, this is the truth. And then the person who we are treating for also has to say, this is the truth. So that's why we're never supposed to take it personally. All right, beloveds. So we are closing in on the end of chapter 14. Closing in on it. We'll finish it up tomorrow. And the next section is treating for children. So that should be interesting. It's a real short section though. So, all right. I'm going to do just the barest of housekeeping by reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. One of the easiest ways that you can support the center and me is by going to those pages and liking and commenting and sharing and following and subscribing and doing all of that. I am a little bit behind on my YouTube. I will use this Saturday to catch up. It's been a busy week. There's just been a lot going on. So, and that happens in my life occasionally. I couldn't even tell you what I've been doing. It's just one thing after another. So, I'll catch up this weekend. Yeah. So, if you want to know what's going on with the center, you've got two options there. One, creativelife.org is our website. Please feel free to go there. that website is in process. So if some of the information looks a little old, it probably is. We're working on it. The other thing is you can email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact. And the constant contact, you get 1 email a week and the hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or to the person that can help you get it. All right. What was I about to say? I don't know. So I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a Friday, a wrap that week up with a bow day, a get your stuff done day, a finish up your tasks day, a get ready for the weekend day, and my words fail me day, a silly day, a serious day, a necessary day, a unnecessary day, a call a friend day, a hug your fur baby day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right, beloveds, explore the truth of your being. Explore the truth of your being. It is super important that you get to know who the divine knows you to be, because I can promise you one thing. It is the only promise I can make you. The person that the divine knows you to be is good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. I am going to move on into the process of my day. I'm going to remind you, Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you and we will finish up chapter 14 tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.